21 Welcoming guest house and cottage ideas. Perhaps no guest house has grabbed as much attention, ever, as Allwood's Solvalla studio cabin kit, which somehow went viral and was covered by NBC's Today Show, and the online versions of Maxim, House Beautiful, and People, among others. The Solvalla is offered on Amazon and has sold out intermittently since becoming an overnight sensation. Allwood spokesperson Robin Pacala isn't sure why the Solvalla was chosen by Amazon over others to promote. The Solvalla has been sold in Europe for a few years and Allwood added it in 2018. Based in Australia, Bauhaus specializes in small house architectural design, a sign that petite homes aren't just a trend. Bauhaus teamed with Saunders Building Company to create a multi-generational compound near Brisbane for a retired couple and their family who wanted something modern, stylish, and large enough to accommodate their needs and lifestyle. Tucked at the rear of a shady backyard at a house in the Washington, D.C. area is a six-sided mahogany pavilion created by Green Heart Garden Designs. A flagstone patio leads to the quiet spot where the owner enjoys reading, listening to birds, or playing cards out of the rain and away from mosquitoes. Inside, the tiny house features épais flooring, a standing seam metal roof with skylights, and a futon that converts to a bed for overnight stays. The ultimate guest house for the adventurous would have to be this treehouse designed by Green Line Architects of Colorado. Green Line's resident treehouse expert, David Rasmussen, designed and built this amazing structure with log columns as the primary support, since the actual trees on the property aren't strong enough to hold up a building. A romantic-looking farmhouse-style guest cottage has French doors, curtains, and a mosquito net to protect visitors from unwanted guests. Designed by Shapachere White, the house on New York's Shelter Island includes a wet bar and a bathroom. A freestanding music studio and guest house are connected by decking and vine-covered pergolas for a cohesive design by Statkus Architecture of Victoria, Australia. Guest houses are called granny flats everywhere from Australia and New Zealand to Southern California. Framo's Homes of Christchurch, New Zealand, designs homes of all sizes that are sustainable and made of solid wood. The Karamea is a two-bedroom chalet-style sleepout that includes a bathroom and kitchen, all packed into about 700 square feet, 65 square meters. The house can come pre-built or you can opt to assemble it yourself. If you don't use your garage for anything but storing stuff, you might want to consider decluttering and turning the building into a guest cottage. Barker Capel Construction transformed a garage on the Hawaiian island of Oahu into a contemporary retreat. It's now a backyard mini-resort, complete with kitchenette, bathroom, exterior storage, poolside shower, and large patio to relax and enjoy tropical breezes. That pitched roof and overhang look like a petite version of a mid-century modern tract home. Designed and built by G Family Construction in Marin County, California, this guest house features clean, simple lines and big windows for such a small house. In the backyard of a house in San Francisco, Andre Rothblatt Architecture built a classic shed-style guest cottage with a gable roof, shingles, and a glass door and window for natural lighting. Note the old-fashioned weather vane. Judy Anger is a do-it-yourselfer, designer, and house flipper from Tyler, Texas, who blogs about her projects at Vintage Street Designs. Her guest house boasts that big Texas attitude while maintaining minimal square footage. A cottage-style guest house sits behind a larger cottage at a property in Rhode Island. Designed by Goff Architecture, the guest cottage measures a compact 200 square feet and includes one bedroom, a full bath, a built-in wardrobe, and a screened-in porch at the back. The exterior is clad with eastern white cedar shingles and painted trim. Laurette McCook enlisted Sean Maestretti Garden Architecture to create an art studio guest cottage surrounded by an English garden in memory of her late mother. Maestretti's challenge, to recreate a garden with flowering plants inspired by landscapes of the Pacific Northwest in the hot, dry Los Angeles area. A charming backyard cottage was built, along with a path of decomposed granite (DG) and Santa Barbara cobblestone. A vessel became a central water feature, which added moisture and a soothing sound to the garden. WLC Remodeling of Baltimore designed a charming backyard guest house that features classic Batten-and-Board siding with a fresh coat of white paint. Surrounded by a lush garden with lots of blooming perennials, the cottage blends in with the landscape. An old farm estate in Pennsylvania's Bucks County was restored by Deer Garden Associates with sheds, retrofitted farm buildings, and updated hardscape features. Slopes became terraces, with gardens and paths linking to them. The European-style house features a charming guest house with a small, cigar patio. Plants were chosen for their colors and textures and include viburnum, purple smokebush, yellow spirea, hosta, sage, and ribbon grass. In the Sydney, Australia, beach community of Maroubra, Wishbone Constructions built a granny flat for his client's sons, who were growing and required more space and privacy. Measuring about 16 by 19 feet with a 4-foot spotted gum deck, the flat includes a living, sleeping room, bathroom, and kitchenette. Wishbone fulfilled their client's request for a bright coastal design with a high ceiling and lots of light. With an eye to the future, the flat can be rented out for additional income when the boys leave the nest. Santa Barbara-based Alex Wyndham designs and builds small and sustainable houses in which the owner can commune with nature. Wyndham's Hawk House is rustic, yet with its pitched roof the tiny house seems to be inspired by exuberant designs of the mid-20th century. Like what you see, for a reasonable fee, plans can either be sent or downloaded. Pergolas supported by columns flank both sides of a breathtaking guest pool house in Weston, Massachusetts, designed by Dan Gordon Landscape Architects. A fully equipped kitchen opens to the pool area, where guests can enjoy a seamless transition from indoors to outdoors. Lighting was subtly designed to make the pool and house an alluring focal point in the evening. On those hot Austin nights, guests staying at this modern flat only need to walk a few steps to jump in the pool. Rick and Cindy Black Architects overhauled an estate in Travis Heights that included renovating a 1940 bungalow and a smaller building on the property. The guest house was designed with flexibility in mind, and can serve as an office, extra living space, retreat, or a pool cabana. Black Architects incorporated principles of universal design and an eye on future needs in the guest cottage, such as wide doorways, a roll-in shower, and low entry transition. Rissaginer & Co. were general contractors on the project. Having built the main house in 1998 and a guest suite in 2003, Cuomo Construction was enlisted again to create a fabulous backyard pool guest house. Like the primary structure, the smaller version is Victorian and also features a complete kitchen. Reproduction details include columns, fish-scale shingles, and ornate carved wood details both inside and out. The owner of a production facility for a small vineyard and micro-winery in upstate New York hired Crisp Architects to design and build a barn-like structure that was utilitarian but attractive. The winery is also a guest house that accommodates up to 6 people. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.